Dharma pick.
Okay. The Dharma, I mean, it's a decent pick. I don't think, I mean, it's probably more comfortable for Rilver to kind of set things up, maybe. You need have a little bit of a fighter. It's going to help out in terms of, just being that front line with Zhang Fei backing you up kind of thing. So you do have that potential. I don't mind it actually on this pick. I think it's fine.
Yep, and with Dharma, it matters where you take fights, right? So if you fight in the jungle camps, it's a perfect place for Dharma to be in. The truth and the enlightenment mantras are going to be so effective in catching out, multiple members at the same time, especially when you bang them against the wall. So, Nongshim, they may have their work cut out for them if they pick the wrong location to fight in.
Yeah. Location. Super important here. Kaiser's going to be picked up by Scars, providing just more of a meat shield. But, my thing is that, you've got the Dharma and the Kaiser and the Zhang Fei. Again, very good frontliners. But I'm always looking at these and I'm kind of like, but do they have enough damage? Is Arlie going to be enough?
I agree with your point, right? At this point, there needs to be more damage coming in from the Kaiser and the Dharma as well. But this directly correlates into the advantage that they get for themselves. Obviously, if there's a 2-level or 3-level advantage, damage is not going to be an issue. And with that being the case, right? If Scars once again can establish the early lead, it really is, can you close the game fast enough?
Yeah, I mean, can they? We're gonna have to find out. This Menki Sun Tzu pick, we saw Kyung on that Sun Tzu just absolutely dominate against Fearless Esports. Just he was an absolute menace on that thing. So hopefully we see more of that. But again, they're gonna kind of let Haku get on the Menki as well.
Ooh.
So this is gonna be super interesting.
I like this. The winning strategy, literally, right? From Kongming, that's the name of his ultimate here. And I like the fact they picked this. So it's looking like a Kongming jungle. Was there a mid player? Was there mid? Or maybe it's Kongming mid. I'm not sure.
I think it's Kongming mid.
Oh my,
right?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's got to be a Kongming mid. And then, because you had the Kaiser jungle, Dharma top, right? I think it has to be mid.
Scars look very happy with themselves on that pick.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is it. I mean, backs on the wall. This could be potentially the last game, so you might as well show it, right? This is the time. So, looks like it's heading to the mid lane.
Okay, I like it. So ASD, we haven't seen, the true qualities of this player just yet, and maybe the Kongming will allow him to bring that out.
Yeah. But he's eating some cachucins to kind of start. That's a little unfortunate. He's been so far, like he's been pushed back. And struggling, just trying to get some sort of farm at this point.
Hey, it's all part of the strategy, right? It's all about the mind games.
It's all about the mind games for sure. Rilver sticking around, of course. Arashi in the top lane. It looks like they've actually swapped positions. Rilver going to be the jungle now.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Like this.
Okay. ASD was trying to recall. Illusion just being annoying, throwing out those Kachus and stopping him. But okay, Siri, we know him time again. Very comfortable on this loom. Zhen's on the other hand. Arlie, your thoughts on this one?
Very important that she times her lift steps as well as Maple Dance really well, because we have Faye, right? So Faye with the Cannon Blast will be very disruptive. And here we go. That is the one marker. If he's able to do this consistently, he should be able to win Siri in lane.
Yeah, nice lit step there. Dodges Faye's Peacebringer. He was kind of going in for this one, trying to go for that stun, that punch, that pushback, all of that. But Nongshim now looking to just kind of deal with this mid lane. ASD taking a lot of damage. I would say it's going to be interesting seeing just like this mid lane matchup go on a little bit longer, because again, ASD has been more on the losing side, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. At this point, it takes a bit of time, right, for Kongming to come online, especially when he's not being played in the jungle. Now, with that being said, it looks like Kyung will be laying eyes onto both Rilver and Arashi. They know that the pressure's coming in for the top lane.
Yeah, Kyung, I mean, he knows something is astray, right? He's got that spider sense. They don't know where Wilver actually is. He's looking to take the spike tail from him under his nose. But Haku, in return, is going to take the enemy jungle. I don't know if he's... Okay, Invisible Warrior.
Yep, looking for an opening here. Rilver, maybe this is not the best time to fight. They need to secure their buffs first. So Rilver will be going back to his Crimson Golem. And at this point, you know what? Siri against Jens. How's that working out so far?
Yeah, I think Siri had a small advantage, if my memory serves me correctly, in terms of net worth, just kind of pushing him away. But I think it's been more on the fact that Faye's done a good job of zoning, creating space, making things a little uncomfortable for Jens. Because, again, the Cannon Blasts have been on point, but okay, looks like Jens has actually turned this around. Slight edge.
Yep, okay, illusion now. Oh, hang on, ASD coming in, trying to get the winning strategy in. But this time, set sail is going to be landed down. They're looking for an opening on the bot lane. And looks like that opening is not going to be shown, but ASD forced to kind of blink away.
Yeah, he blinks away. He's going to be fine. Kyung just going on that free ride all the way around. Not hitting any walls. He's much better than I am. I would have crashed at the first wall I saw because I see wall, I crash.
Okay, stereotypes here. That's not the truth, guys.
I'm talking on my own personal skill, okay? I'm not, saying anyone else is driving as poorly as I am.
Yeah, we need to put the disclaimers out there, right?
All right, nonetheless, it looks like, it was a good rotation. He thought something was going to happen in the mid lane. It looks like Scars had backed off at that moment. But now Haku looking to potentially steal something. I don't think he got it in the end, but Haku up in front now, dealing with Rilver.
Okay, so it's going to be tank versus tank, right? But at this point, I think Haku should be able to deal much more damage to the side of Scars. And once again, set sail. They're looking for an opening. This time, I think it might be founded. Okay, does not hit the mark there.
Does not hit the mark. Even the bubble that was following them also did not hit the mark. That was super funny by Haku as it was chasing him down to the ends of the earth. But no, okay, it looks like the Tyrant is going to be started here. They're going to go. Arashi.
Yep, on the backlines there, it is Siri who's falling low, going to be forced to use that Dragon Form. This will allow Rilver to get that Tyrant. First Tyrant of the game goes into the hands of Scars. A good start. Once again, can they hold on to this lead?
Yeah, I like the target prioritization by Rilver, right? You force it out, make Siri a little uncomfortable. Once he had the infinite vastness, they had no chance. And then Rilver was then, sorry, excuse me, I believe it was Arashi that was onto Siri. But Rilver did get the Tyrant in the end, and that's kind of what you want. You push away Siri, make him uncomfortable so he has to get out of there, and then he can't do any damage.
Okay, and the rotations, right? Since this time, I'm going to go up on the rotation on the top lane. They want to funnel a little bit more farm into his hands.
It's all about funneling the farm, getting as much for Jens as possible. He's having a much better game. He's 3.3, highest on the board. He's been pushing out in terms of the farming in the top lane. He has a lot of space, right? And that's what you want to do as Scars. Just provide him as much room as possible. Just be a decoy somewhere else.
Yep, so essentially just being a nuisance, right? And I like the fact that, at this point, Jen's actually itemized with the Boots of Resistance. He wants to be able to tank the magic damage coming out from Fate for sure.
Yeah, for sure. It'll definitely help them out. They need to go on. Nongshim right now are falling a little bit behind in terms of the net worth. And Scars right now, I feel like they should be exerting a little bit more map control with this small edge. Just trying to force it out. Maybe you steal something, but at the least you contest it.
Well, that's why Nongshim Red Force is such a strong team, right? Look at the way they position themselves, right? They're not giving any openings for the side of Scars to even try and get a fight, right? It's always Haku in front.
Yeah, Haku's all the way up in front, just trading blows. It's like a wet noodle fight with Rilver there because they're just both so tanky. But oh no, they go in.
All right, they're going to give it a try as well. That's very low for Illusion, forced to use the flash defensively, but at the same time, it's all even, right? They are unable to find an opening entry into any sidelines on the side of Nongshim.
Good skirmish from both sides, right? They were trying to force it out. It's still a feeling out process. It's 6 minutes in because you don't want to give up first blood. So you just try to kind of play to your limits and kite people out. Make sure that you don't die. You don't want to give up first blood. Not to say that it's the game-ending kill, but it's one of those things where, especially early, you want to be careful with how, who's getting what gold.
Yeah, now both sides are going to set their territory right? They need to occupy as much space as possible. It looks like the Zero Golem being threatened at the bot side of the map.
Yeah, Haku wants to potentially go for the steal. He does have the smite if they want to go. Rilver does spot this one out as well, so it's a 50-50 at the moment. But can they provide a little bit more space? Faye is going to be there. Dude, does Haku get it? And he does. He actually steals it away from Rilver.
Yep, and now both of them have committed the smite. Slight advantage because Ochik does have smite available in his kit. But right now, I think it's about establishing map control, right? It's a little bit more forceful from the side of Nongshim Red Force.
Yeah, forcing it out. Now they're turning this around. Again, you just give an inch and they will take a yard or a foot in this case because they're a slight edge. They're starting to take advantage of the fact that they've got this. But oh, the truth.
Yep, nice knockup. They're going to force the infinite vastness. The dragon, it will be running away. End of the day, the winning strategy does not hit the mark. Set sail comes in. The boat crashes as well. They're going to land their hands onto the jungler at this point, and River takes the fall, and Nongshim wrestle back control.
Kyung is like, ahoy, matey, and knocks him up in the air, sets it up for Faye to get that cannon blast. Nice little combination. River really had no chance. He was completely stun locked. All Scars could do is just watch and be like, hey, River, sorry, bro, we can't help you out.
Yeah, the movie of you winning, you can't watch it because it is rated R.
Arr, matey.
That was a bad joke.
I was going to say it, but I'm glad you did. No, kidding.
Okay, nonetheless. Right, so map control a little bit more in favor of Nongshim, Red Force, and at this point, they're still struggling to find any openings on the side of Nongshim. Oh, hang on, just as I said that, Arashi gets the kill, solo kill on a series, sneaks him behind his back. The boat is going to be landed down onto the Tyrant, but it doesn't hit any of the members on the side of Scars. This is a perfect opening though. Rilva as well as Arashi, they'll start working on this Tyrant. And at the same time, Shen's going to take the T1 on the top.
Oh man, that was a mistake by Siri. I don't know what he was doing, why he was trying to fight it, but he just got caught out, and Arashi's got some damage. He was got the Fists of Fury, and he was just blowing them up. And Siri, I don't think he had the ultimate at the time, so that's why he couldn't get out. So he was just stuck there in bad positioning, and, you know, again, just a tough situation considering he expended the flash as well.
Yep, and that is the benefits of having a Dharma, right? The potential catch is so unnerving for the side of Siri because he is not very tanky at all. He's not supposed to be it.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be. I mean, you want him to be a glass cannon. But again, it comes back to Siri just being this, you have to be impeccable with your positioning, right? Because if you get caught out, yeah, if you have infinite vastness, you have that get out of jail free card, but generally speaking, you want to have good positioning and use that as a last resort.
Yep. At the same time, they will be looking for an opening once again in the mid lane. I don't think they will be able to find it, right? Faye is just hiding around the corner, but at the same time, Ochik approaching closely. Oh, hang on, one-on-one again, Arashi against Kyung.
Yeah, actually, Arashi has been doing some serious damage. You gotta respect where he is at all points because he can solo you down. Arashi's gonna recall back, so I don't know if Scars want to continue this fight as they're looking to take this 4 versus 4 at the moment. But Kyung, he's looking to set sail maybe towards the mid lane, though he's gonna walk it. He's gonna go slow at the moment, and Haku continue to stand up in front.
Yep, I think this is just the calm before the storm, right? At this point, Haku is falling a bit low, but he's one of the tankiest members on the roster in the Gorge. And right now, it's really about Siri. Can he land enough damage to dissuade Rilva from really just stepping in the space? Everywhere he goes, he gets hit with a move from the side of Nongshim.
Yeah, and look at where Jens is right now. Jens has been farming. He was dealing with the lane bottom. So it looks like they're... Okay, now they're going to look to go?
Not yet, but it does for Siri here on the backline. She's trying to get the kill, and ASD survives to get it, and maybe this is the turnaround. Infinite Vastness, the Dragon Form has been unleashed. It is going to be one charge at this point, but Rilva, he says, hey guys, chill out. We're going to start working on Tyrant instead. This is the Shadow Tyrant, so it's very critical that they get this for the fighting ability. At this point, it's going to be a couple of stuns landed. Oshik, eating quite a bit of damage, will be using the Leaping Savior to reposition himself. At the same time, they have a lot of information on Vision, right? They have eyes on Siri. He's not allowed to access the backlines just yet. Rilva working onto Haku. One-on-one is not going to be important because Arashi jumps on the backlines. They get the kill. It's going to be big because they take out Siri. The Dragon's no longer in the game for the next 30 seconds. T1 in the mid opened up, and this is the Scars that we have been waiting for, controlling the map, and this time they might be able to control the objective as well.
Yeah, Scar's really smart. Saw that Siri had used the Infinite Vastness just earlier. It was on cooldown, so that they had an opportunity. They were like, oh, okay, if we catch him out, and which they did, they can get the kill. That sets things up. Siri right now has to work on his positioning, because he's been caught out twice already. Not great at this point, seeing as that, you know, Scars has 2 kills.
Oh, it's a steal coming in. Haku makes it work for the team, but they need to get out. And at this point, based on the positioning of itself, looks like Nongshim will successfully get out. But right now, because of the Primal Bond, I don't think they can contest this next big objective, which is going to be the Shadow Overlord.
Oh, Oh, that's got to be the best feeling, right? Get the steal, then you dream roam out. You fly first class back to safety and just be like, ha ha, as you get out of there. That was a really nice play by Haku.
Yeah, and this is going to reward them with a T1 in the mid as well. I don't think they have enough defenses. Forbidden Domain going to try and delay them for a little bit. Not going to work out too much, right? Now, mid laners, both of them have this advanced Wrath. This is why there's so much damage being laid down. One-on-one, Arashi again under the turret. Will not be able to make it work for himself as Kyung escapes with a sliver of his health. Now, Azure Golem going to be threatened and stolen away? No, will be going back to the hands of Rilva. But it's the big fight that is really working out for Nongshim. Dragon Form going to be unleashed. Infinite Vastness. But on the backlines, Wilbur is falling a bit low. Ochik does have his ultimate. Can he get the save? Will not. The damage comes in as the Dragon, Mr. Siri, makes it work for the side of Nongshim. The spice is heating up, and Scars cannot deal with it.
Yeah, they're heating up here. I guess they don't like their ramen extra spicy as Nongshim is serving it up. They're doing quite well in terms of getting some of those kills. Arashi thought he was safe under that T2 tower, not able to stay alive. He actually lost the one-on-one fight with Kyung, who had a decent amount of burst. You gotta respect that. Arashi thought he was super strong, but actually he's a level behind, something to take note of. Arashi, you need your teammates to continue fighting. Right now, things have kind of shifted. If we're looking at the net worth, it's a bit of a wash.
Yep, simply because of the frigid charge, right, coming in from Hyung. I think that extra 12% really made the work for his side, especially under the turret. That's a lot of difference, and it definitely will make it work for his side. At the same time, now it's going to be the push and pull.
A little bit of push and pull. Haku still up in front. I mean, at the end of this game, his damage taken is going to be so high. He has just been up there. And as per what you want from the Menki player, just kind of being this nuisance that's still up in front. But again, Kyung dueling it out with Arashi here. And it looks like the Invincible Warrior.
Yep, he's going to be taken out instantly. That's going to be Illusion taking the kill for himself. At this point, it's going to be a 4-on-5. But you know what? ASD not very healthy as well. Slightly more than half his health. And now they occupy the bottom half of the jungle on the side of Scars. And this is a tough one for them to swallow, because right now it means Menki, Mr. Haku, will have full access to the Overlord. And I mean, Ochik, he can try, but it's a risky proposition to try and dive in for a potential steal.
Yeah, Rilver, you know, he thought he was safe with the Invincible Warrior, but man, they do have some damage, and Nongshim just being able to burst him down. This is a bad situation now. Scars right now on the defensive. The Shadow Vanguard is going to be pushing, and it looks like Kyung is pushing the bottom lane. So just space provided, space created in that sense. Haku's still up in front. This is going to be a tough situation for them because, again, they're being attacked from all fronts.
Yep, and at this point, maybe the turnaround potential has to come from Zhen, right? He does not have that Daybreaker just yet. Maybe that will be the marker, but the Dream Roam comes in. Dragon Form expended for Siri. He's very low, but his teammates are dying. Haku gets taken out, and this is the turnaround where they've been waiting for. Scars will not be able to continue just yet. Illusion putting a lot of damage. Here comes the save from Arashi. He protects his T3 for the moment, but it will get taken down. So Nongshim, once again, they deal the decisive blow, opening up the base on the bot side.
Yeah, opening it up. And I mean, it's just space created, right? Haku was still up in front. Yeah, he did die in the end. But all in all, you got something out of it. Trading the bottom T3 for a Menki at this stage, not the worst thing in the world. I think it's okay, considering that bottom lane will continue to push. Now, Scars, they have a slight advantage in terms of numbers. They're looking to take advantage of that and just taking out the Tyrant here.
Potential steal, maybe. Here we go. It is not going to happen. On the backlines now, Arashi finally gets his target, but he's all alone. No. Here comes the thick inside the box. Not enough damage as they have Siri take the kill as well. Crimson Golem not going to be threatened at this point. Going to go in the hands of Siri. And once again, it's back and forth, right? Every single time Scars has an advantage, Nongshim wrestle it back. Every time Nongshim has an advantage, Scars wrestle it back as well.
Yeah, and I feel like, I mean, okay, you took the Tyrant, great. And Arashi, I understand what you're trying to do by zoning people away, but you can't go into the enemy. Like, Scars did not want to take a team fight, especially after that Tyrant. There was no reason to be so far ahead. You want to threaten like you want to go in, but not actually do so because you need to stay alive just to push them away. Sacrificing yourself now is putting your team potentially further behind because of the fact that, I mean, you're trading the Tyrant basically for your life, which is not really worth it in the end.
Well, this is where I think the communications are a little bit, different on this side of Scars, right? I think that was a perfect time to go in there, actually. But here we go. It is going to be real, but expending the Invincible Warrior, will not overcommit at this point. They just want to poke some damage. Haku is down to half his health, and with 60 seconds on the clock before the Shadow Overlord is going to be available, it is important to get as much map control and wave management done and as possible. Yeah, as possible.
Okay, but okay, let's go back to that point, right? Arashi had gone in. You're saying that it would have been a good fight if the rest of Scars went in together.
Yep, they were caught off guard.
Okay. Because, again, you know, Arashi going in by himself, but there was nobody backing him up. So he was completely on an island in that sense. No real chance to really do it. So, again, not a great engagement if you're not on the same page going in together.
Yep, and I think this is something that Scars needs to, address at this very moment, right? If you want to go in, go all in. And we go in as a team. Because right now, Nongshim is just out-teaming them, per se. The synergy is just slightly better. They have better communication. And it really is that one little thing that is making the difference here.
Yeah, it'd actually be pretty huge. And one thing that we haven't seen from Scars is they don't have that ride or die together mentality. You know, it's been more of like isolated here and there, like some combinations, but they haven't been on that same page where just like, hey, somebody says green light, everybody goes.
Yeah, that's right. And we'll see, right? Whether it's green light or red light coming in, it is going to be green light. It is Haku diving in. Dream Roam, Invincible Warrior dropped, but he's so low on the side of Rilva. Will they continue to take the fight? One more hit! Oh, that was a close one. Rilva, he makes it out with a sliver of his health, but once again, all control going into the hands of Nongshim. Can they get the jump and maybe get the steal? And here we go. Oh no, not going to happen this time. Oshik unable to get the smite down in time, not in range, and at the same time, they will be rewarded. Now, Primal Bond will be in the hands of the side of Nongshim.
Yeah, especially with the timing, right? With the Tempest Dragon, it's going to be a little bit close in that sense. But, you know, okay, look, in the top lane.
Yep, they once again get a catch. But Arashi may be falling a bit too low. It is going to be the Sage's Sanctuary burned on the backline. ASD trying to go for the kill. Kyung, he's falling low as well. They do get the killing spree onto Chun as well. The backline is suffering. Siri left all alone. And it's a full ace. A double kill, in fact, for Chun. And this was the result they've been looking for. But this is where map control is imminent. It is important. Because right now, they can't really push off just yet. Scars has to deal with the impending waves of doom.
I actually think Siri used the Infinite Vastness a little poorly on that one. Because of the fact that he was in the Dragon and it takes so much time to just like circle the air and to then go down. And we'll see this one here. Because you see the launch up, you see what's going to happen. Haku's going in, but look at the set sail has already been used. It's going to be on the backside. But look at the Infinite Vastness. He's going in now, but if he was on the ground, not in dragon form, he would be able to do some damage. But because he's flying up, the rest of your teammates are dying, and then once you're isolated, you just get blown up because you're just Siri without an Infinite Vastness at the point.
Yeah, you know what? This is what makes us a good team, right? Because you're really focused
you and I,
on,
or them?
Yeah, you and I, right? Because you are focused on Siri, but I am actually looking at Arashi. Arashi controlled the back line of Nongshim Red Force so well. He caught the attention of Haku, he caught the attention of Illusion, he caught the attention of Kyung, he caught the attention of Fate. Every single person besides Siri, which is why Siri was just on a one-man journey to death.
Yeah, and I mean, Arashi was setting it up. I mean, that was pretty much on him, like just to kind of be that nuisance, you know, the two-man knock-up and all that stuff. And that was actually really good fight for Arashi. But can they continue on? Now they've got a 5K lead. Now they're, in the driver's seat, so to speak. How do they play from here?
Well, they see the pathway to glory at this point with the Tempest buff as well. It's going to disrupt all of the different towers. This is the best chance to just clear and destroy the base of Nongshim Red Force. And this is exactly what Scars is planning to do. Here comes the destruction as well. Arashi going to lead the charge on the front lines as well. And now Ochik, he does have access to his Unbridled Outburst. And Rilva finally has his hands on the Eye of Phoenix.
Yeah, this is what you need to do. And I mean, it's super scary at this point. It's 21 minutes. This game is starting to get a little bit long. Siri right now, there are definitely some holes. He's not able to kill as much as possible. And the team right now is kind of faltering. Nongshim right now struggling to find the right team fight to go in and to get the pick off. Right now, Scars right now have a decent amount of tankability in the Kaiser. You have the Dharma that's been making some good setup plays and just being, destroying people in melee. So again, Scars right now starting to peak at the right time.
Yep, so this is why you take as much spice as you can take, right? Desensitize yourself to the heat, and you will be able to take it to them on the side of Nongshim Red Force.
Yeah, but some people just don't like spicy, you know? Like, they're just gonna use half the packet in the ramen. They don't want to use the entire mic because it's too spicy, no?
You're missing out in life, right? It's one of the... whatever is easy is not worth it. Whatever is worth it is not easy. And at this point, Scars, they want to put some scars onto Nongshim Red Force.
Yeah, they would definitely want it. But again, Baby Vanguard that's going to be pushing with them. Haku's still up in front.
Yeah, backlines, they try to catch out Zen, but on the backlines, on the side of Nongshim Red Force, they cannot handle Arashi. He jumps in again, gets the setup, and with the pounce on the side of Ochik. This is the Scars we've been waiting for since day number 1. The crystal is exposed, the waves are coming in, and it is Scars finally taking the first win of their entire competition.
Oh, that was a really good game by Scars. Really bouncing back, just understanding how they do it. Their target priority was very good. They were baiting out Siri many times and just forcing him to play an uncomfortable game. I didn't really see as much of an impact from Kyung in terms of the Sun Tzu.